Whoa! Oh, it grabbed me. Bitch. Oh, gosh. Oh crap, I missed that. Right, this one dead.
You might want to fall back.
Whoa! Okay, missed that one. Oh.
It's starting to add up.
No! Whoa. Okay, I struck. I struggle. It's like a mix of Souls and Devil May Cry combat. Post-apocalyptic world of tribes. Yeah, I did work that out eventually. Oh, yes, man. Just seems to be fight after fight, but I guess that's to get you used to the controls. Pretty. What? No! Ow. Ah, right, yeah, we're still in tutorial. Let's go strength for now. gear. I could be Nikki. Okay. Right, let's go.
Look,
Pick up the
an
claw bar.
emergency box from the once was. A rare sight.
We got a crowbar, guys.
That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy.
Hell yeah.
Whoa!
Whee!
It's time to find a way out of
looked
this
painful,
place. No,
Jesus.
really, I mean it. The morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you.
Woo! Oh, you go. Jesus, how many doors do you want me to open?
Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind.
Interesting. Also, the horizon parallels continue. You found a puzzle. You scout around the world. Some open paths while others feature different rewards.
Just a few moves left. Make them count.
I was really overthinking that for a second.
There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem.
Right.
The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
Does suck a post-apocalyptic Earth or something? Oh
The
goodness.
sound of spark metal going pew pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. There you go. There you go.
I'm not sure how I feel about the narrator being a thing, but I'm kind of not mad about it. Is that a wheelchair? Are we about to fight a man in a wheelchair right now? Perfectly countering an enemy attack will stun them. A stunned enemy has stars circling above their head after hitting the enemy again. You can launch it up in the air by pressing L1.
The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help.
The wheeled one.
Right in the face.
Get murdered, bitch.
That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives.
The wheeled one.
That paid off.
I'll make sure there's all the loot that we've captured. Hello, the wheeled one. At least we didn't have to fight the guy in the wheelchair. That would be funny. A new friend, an old friend. Friend. Hello.
He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up.
Damn.
He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There
We
have
were
been
just a
rumors of
baby.
a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad. The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past. There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Looper Lupin did to your village, your Moomer and Popsy, was the beginning of the end.
Not
He
Wilbur and
says it has
Popsy.
taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have. It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Moomer's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree.
I'm pouring a drink. The Tree of Life. Life of Tree. By default, dialogues are set to advance from one NPC line to the next automatically. If you want to manually advance dialogue, change to sex. Oh my god, we are such a wee one! Oh my god! It's actually kind of taking me out that, like, if you bring the camera right in, you can just see our head. Hello, I am small. Right, okay, let's go. Look at the little baby!
Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Moomer knows you are here. You're such a good child, so you probably did. Even the young forget. He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people.
Of course, the potato people! How could I forget?
The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life.
Potato people is better. It is better!
You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of ki. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding.
Let's go bully tiny creatures. For our own enjoyment. Rustle, rustle, rustle. That's not rustling, that's
Found
kicking.
one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone.
I did kick their home.
The small tree you saw up there where you met will eventually grow into a tree of life and start giving back to nature. It'll be the heart of the land. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the Nono as they become one with the tree.
Yes, sir, officer.
You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the primal energy.
Hell yeah, we have been given a net. Oh my god, the noise it makes. The noise it makes! It's so cute.
You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world.
We can hope.
But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree.
Oh, merge the nano with the tree. Okay. Na. Accept the sacrifice, tree.
Now that you've seen the Nono's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the Pensai into a tree of life, a life goal, not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Moomer will be able to protect us.
No!
He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Moomer comes looking for you. You did good here today. No, she's got lots on her mind and needs rest after the raid last night on the Lupin camp with her disciples. Wonders if they let the Predator family live or not. He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the Tree of Life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived.
The World Eaters.
The genetic evolution that occurred after the apocalypse that Toxanol Corporation inflicted on the land set the World Eaters' DNA into overdrive. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Nocco has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goop
Good
Line,
names.
a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the
Porky
Puff
Puff.
at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
Okay. Cheers, dude, for giving me a quest to save the fate of the entire world and solve all of the wars between our peoples, and then you're just going to send me off with a net?
You're getting the hang of it.